A show that turned debt, desperation, and death into a global obsession. When Squid Game launched in 2021, it felt like a wake-up call, exposing a cruel reality hidden behind entertainment. But now, since Season 2 arrived, something feels off. Has the show that once revealed society's deepest flaws now become just another product of the system it criticized? What made Squid Game truly terrifying wasn't just the games, it was how real it felt. Set in South Korea, one of the world's most technologically advanced yet socially strained countries, the show tapped into real economic anxiety. 26 million South Koreans live with some form of debt. A third of young adults feel financially hopeless. Squid Game wasn't fantasy, it was a documentary in disguise. Ji Hun's gambling addiction, say Bio crossing the border, Ali working in harsh conditions. Each character represented a slice of truth, a father drowning in loans. A North Korean defector. A migrant worker exploited by the system. These weren't just plot devices. They were echoes of real people. Even the concept of a deadly game isn't so far-fetched. The notorious Brothers Home detention center in Busan subjected thousands of civilians to horrific abuse, under the guise of discipline. Reality, it seems, had already written the script. Season 2 and 3 thematic drift or creative growth. With success comes pressure, and with pressure comes change. Season 2, while still under wraps, Season 3 has already revealed glimpses, new characters, new locations, larger budgets. But here's the concern, in chasing scale, has the series lost its soul? Season 1 used silence, dread, and moral ambiguity. Season 2 teases action, spectacle, and vengeance. Consider Ji Hun, once a flawed, empathetic survivor, now turned vengeful vigilante. Is this evolution, or erosion? Google Trends and audience sentiment dropping from S1 to S2 teaser reactions. Audience reactions have been mixed. Some crave more chaos. Others miss the message. Morality versus mayhem, the shift in psychological depth. Remember this moment? Ji Hun choosing to spare his childhood friend, only to be betrayed. The games weren't just physical, they were emotional minefields. Squid Game Season 1 forced viewers to ask, what would I do? But the Season 2 suggests more gore, more adrenaline, less introspection. Season 2 featuring action-heavy sequences and armed rebels. What made Season 1 revolutionary wasn't bloodshed. It was restraint. It was asking whether humanity could survive under inhumane rules. Season 2, it seems, wants us to root for rebellion, but without making us question ourselves the way Season 1 did. The cost of going global. With 1.65 billion hours viewed, Squid Game became Netflix's most watched series of all time, but mass appeal has a price. Suddenly, Squid Game was on t-shirts, lunchboxes, Funko Pops. Netflix announced real-life game shows. Sponsors poured in. What happens when an anti-capitalist story becomes a capitalist product? Hwang once said, I wanted to write a story that shows how we are thrown into unfair competition, and we must laugh to keep from crying. Now, ironically, viewers are invited to compete in the very games the show condemned. Reality is imitating satire. What lies ahead? Squid Game is still brilliant. Squid Game still important, but it now stands at a crossroads. Will Season 3 reignite the spark, or burn the legacy? Will it continue to challenge us, or simply entertain us? A game must have rules. A story must have truth. And if Squid Game forgets why it began, it might just become the very thing it set out to destroy. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Did Season 2 betray the essence of Squid Game? What scene from Season 1 hit you the hardest? Will Season 3 recapture the essence of Season 1? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into modern storytelling.